Toys and Game, Comic Book Collector and Festu. Comic Book rising 15,150, 10,327, and dropping 16,450. Welcome to the top 10 highest CGC comic books sold on eBay for the week of July 23rd to 29th. Coming number 10, we have Incredible Hulk issue 181, CGC 9.0. There's actually not only just one 9.0 on this top 10. There's actually 3 of them though, so we'll go through all 3 of them and then we'll go over to GPA then. So this one has an asking price of $8,750, but it's actually sold for $8,500. Coming number 9, we have Amazing Spiderman issue 14, CC 8.5, first appearance Green Goblin. This one came out in 1964. The final auction price was $8,500.52 with 55 bits. So let's go over to Heritage. And over Heritage right here, the highest that this one was sold in Heritage was $10,500, and the next higher was $8,400. So this one sold back in April of 2022. So that is a big, that is a drop of almost $2,000 compared to about 1 year and 3 months ago, maybe. Coming number 8, Fantastic Four issue 5. This rated CC 4.5. First appearance of Doctor Doom. This one has a buy now price of $8,999, but it's actually sold for $8,549.05. So let's go over to Heritage and let's check. So over Heritage, this is actually an old label. This one's 4.5, so on Heritage for $16,800. So that is a drop of $8,200. So that's almost half its value, so 50% drop compared to May of 2021 there. Coming number 7, we have another copy of Incredible Hulk issue 181. This is CC 9.0. This one sold for $8,600 with 70 bits. And this one is a very good advertisement though. They put down 180 and 340 right here. Good clickbait, even though you're not getting those 2 issues there. Coming number 6, we have Amazing Spider-Man issue 2. This one came out in 1963. First Vulture and the Spider-Man. This is rated CC 7.5, white pages. The final auction price was $8,901 with 8 bits. Let's go over to Heritage. Unfortunately, Heritage, they don't have too many of them sold on Heritage. So the last one that was sold was back in June of 2018 for $4,302. And then there's actually another one right here. This was back in March of 2019, 4,080. So based on these numbers right here, so the book will have an increase of $4,900. Coming number 5, we have X-Men issue 1, CC 3.5. First original team, and also have Professor X and Magneto appearance. This one has an final auction price of $9,000 with 40 bits and $14.99 shipping. So let's go over to Heritage. So over Heritage right here, we have a 3.5, and this one so as high as $19,200. So that is a drop of $9,200 and almost 50% drop though. And there was another one back in August of 2021, so for $14,400. But definitely a big drop right here though compared to what was sold back in March of 2021 there. Coming number 4 this week, Incredible Hulk issue 181, another 9.0 copy. This one got white pages. The final auction price was $9,575 with 15 pairs. And I told you earlier that there's a couple copies of 9.0. So this one that I mentioned earlier was $8,500. This was number 10 on my list. This one sold for $8,500. And then this one was number 7 on my list. And this one sold for $8,600. And this is date July 25th. This is 25th right here, and this is 26th. And then if I have a top 11, this book would have made it to my top 11 though. And then 9.0, this one sold for $8,350. So let's go over to GPA, And these are the 4 books that was sold on eBay. July 26th, 26th, 25th, 25th. And the highest that this book was sold this year was 10,200 and low 7,200. And the highest that this book was sold was 15,158. So compared to the one that was sold on 9,575, that is a drop of 5,500. That's a 36% drop, which is still a lot though, but not as bad as some of those other books that were on my top 10 this week, which was like almost 50% drop. So this is like 36% drop. Cover number 3 for this week, Batman issue 66, CC 9.0 with off-white pages, Joker on a totem pole. This one came out in 1951. There was a best off, the asking price was $13,210, and the best offer accepted was $12,000. So let's go over to Go Collect. Hey, Go Collect. They suggested a fair market value of $5,750. Once again, Go Collect have the listed price though instead of the actual sold prices. So this is $13,210 is the listed price, so not the sold price. The sold price is $12,000. Let's go over here. Unfortunately, the last one that was sold on for this gray was back in Heritage, back in February of 2014. So let's go over to Heritage. And right here it is, a 9.0 back in February 2014. So this one sold back then for $1,173. So that is an increase of $10,327 though, compared to almost 9 years ago though. Cover number 2 this week, Amazing Spider-Man issue 1. This one came out in 1963. This is grade CGC 5.0 first issue. And also have the Fantastic Four appearance. This one have an asking price of $16,000, but it's sold for $14,750. And let's go over to Heritage. So over in Heritage, we have right here a 5.0. This one sold back in November of 2021 for $31,200. And that is a big drop of $16,450. That is a 52.7% drop. Coming number 1 this week, we have 1964 Charlton's Blue Beetle. First appearance of Silver Age Blue Beetle. This one have 9.8. Wow, considering this is a 1964 book and it's graded 9.8, that's awesome. Blue Beetle movie is coming out next month. However, this is not the right Blue Beetle. The Blue Beetle that's come out in the movie is a newer version of the Blue Beetle. So anyway, this one has an estimate of $30,000, but it actually sold for $26,500. So let's go over to Heritage. Heritage, unfortunately, they don't have a 9.8 that was ever sold in their history. The high that they have is a 9.6. This one sold for $6,600. So let's go over to Shortbox and let's see what Shortbox has to say. Okay, so right here on Shortbox, I'll click on the Blue Beetle. This one came out in 1964. The 9.8, according to Shortbox, there was one that was sold on November of 2022 for $11,350. So that is a big increase of $15,150 compared to what was just sold on eBay of $26,500. If you enjoyed the content, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.